everyone. Okay, making sure my settings were on like to be. Hey, South Alabama Cooking with you live, and I am going to show you how to make my homemade spaghetti sauce. Let me turn this light out back behind me and see if that makes things here. Okay, see if that's better. All right, everybody. Oh, hooray. I think my propane, I've got to change my propane tank over to the other tank, y'all. It's going to take a few minutes. I didn't realize that. It looks like my my gas is out of one tank. I got to go outside and I've got to change over to the other tank. Okay, so that's going to take just a few minutes. If y'all will just hang on. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, that was unexpected. Sorry about that. But Lisa, hey, sir, how are y'all doing? I had to run outside real quick in case y'all didn't know what was happening. I had turned my stove on and my burners lit up, but then when I just turned around right after I started this video, my burners were out. And I realized that my propane tank was empty and I needed to switch over to the other tank. So I had to run out there and switch over to the other tank, y'all. Oh, thanks for the hearts, y'all. I appreciate that. I see that. Okay, so it will take a few minutes for the gas to flow, probably, and for all of this to light back up. But we're going to work on it. We're going to see. Good, it lit up. That's great. We cooking with gas, y'all. We cooking with gas. Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay, we in business again. We are in business. All right. So, y'all, today I'm going to make my homemade spaghetti sauce for y'all, okay? Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Tina. Good to see you on here, Tina. Hey, Rusty. Good to see everybody jumping on here on YouTube. That is wonderful. Okay, y'all, I know I don't look cute today. I've been out fishing. This is my fishing dress. Got my hair pulled back in a braid, but, you know, what you see is what you get today, okay? All right, so right here, in this pot, I have 1 pound of ground chuck and 1/2 pound of ground sausage. Okay, that's what we got cooking right here. And I'm just getting this kind of chopped up with my spatula. I've seen some of the cooks, you know, they've got this little star-shaped dooflitchy thing that they chop their ground beef up with, but I don't have one of those, so I just use a spatula, y'all. Okay, so let me kind of get this chopped up in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brown this meat. Now, I like to add some ground sausage to my spaghetti sauce. Oh, you know what? these smoke alarms are going to start screaming in just a minute. I just thought about that. I'm going to have to take them down and turn them off, or they'll be going whoop, whoop, whoop here in just a few minutes. I forgot about that. Let me just get them down. Get out of the way so they don't start screaming in the middle of the video. I'll just turn around here and let y'all see what I'm doing, okay? We got one right here. Get it turned off. Y'all will get to see this other side of the RV. Y'all don't never get to see this side of the RV. This is my bedroom right here, and I got a little smoke detector right in here. All right, so that's my bedroom right in there. And this right here is the couch. It makes out into a bed. This is where Carla sleeps, right there. Okay. All right, Tina, you making spaghetti tomorrow? Wow, sounds great. Okay. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. It's cooking a little faster than what I want it to cook. So I like to add however much ground beef I'm using. I'm using 1 pound of ground beef, so I like to use half as much ground sausage. So I'm using a half a pound of ground sausage. If I was using 2 pounds of ground chuck, I would use 1 pound of ground sausage. Okay? And that just, the sausage gives it extra flavor, y'all. And so I like to have the sausage in there. Okay, let me concentrate on this. Get this chopped up here. Okay, y'all talk to me. Send me some hearts and likes and I don't know. I think there's other emojis and stuff, gifts and stuff that you can send. I'm not real sure about it all. I see some of y'all on Facebook. I see Star and Tina on Facebook. They follow me on Facebook. Thank y'all so much, and thank y'all for coming over to YouTube. I'm chopping this up because I don't like big chunks of meat. I like it to be chopped up pretty small. Y'all know that if you watch me regular, at the farmhouse, I cook with electric. I have electric stove. But here in the RV, I have gas. There we go. I got that chopped up pretty good there. You put the lid on, just gonna let that simmer a little bit. Okay, and this is my water right here that I'm going to cook my noodles. I'm just going to turn that off because it's going to be a while before I actually am ready to cook my noodles. So I got that turned off. Okay, I got right here some bell pepper and onion. Let's get this turned around where y'all can see. Got some bell pepper and onion right there. Going to dice some of that up. I got my little Rata knife. This is what I love to use to cut my vegetables, fruit, whatever with. A little Rata knife. Got a little Rata sharpener right here. Let me sharpen this knife up real good. All right, there we go. That's good. Now, y'all I don't have a whole lot of space here in the RV. So I just have to do the best I can with what I have where I am right now. Oh, I see comments. Oh, mozzarella breadsticks, Tina. Okay. Let me show you. Let me show you something. This is the mozzarella breadsticks I like to use. Kohl's. It's breadsticks with mozzarella cheese in the middle of them. That's what I like, and I'm gonna cook some to go with my spaghetti. And I'm gonna stick it back up in the freezer for right now. All right, got that. I'm burning up, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this air down, and it's gonna make noise. It's gonna make noise, but I'm hot. So gonna have a little bit of air. I'm just gonna dice up this bell pepper, and y'all, you can use any color bell pepper that you want to use. Green, yellow, orange, red, it don't matter. I'm just dicing it up, okay? Now you can buy spaghetti sauce in a jar in the store, already mixed up. But y'all, just to be real honest, if you've had the homemade before, you're not gonna really care for that jar stuff. Homemade is just so much better. Okay, that's looking good. I'll show y'all my spices here in just a minute. Right, some bell pepper chopped up. Have got an onion here. Y'all see the middle there? The middle doesn't look, we'll have to cut that middle out. It doesn't look real good. But see, the rest of it's good. So just this little bit right here, I need to cut that out. Cutting that out right over here, y'all. I'll be back. All right, got that cut out. I'm going to dice up this onion now. Okay, so what I do with this onion is I will slice it like this. cut my onion in half. Now I'm slicing it long ways. And then I'm going to take it and just start cutting it crossways like this. That will dice up this onion. Got a onion there. That half an onion, that might be enough. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Get this meat all broke up. Go. All right, I want to drain that grease off of there. Let's see if I can do this without making a terrible mess. Oh, good, Tina. I'm glad you can still hear me. Okay, that's great. Okay, I'm going to try to just drain some of this grease off. I got a little bowl right here. Try to get some of this grease drained off of here. I don't like all this grease in my food, y'all. Alright, there we go. This little bowl of grease out of the way. Alright. Put it back in place. Now what I want to do is add my onions and bell pepper. You may wonder, why did I not add my onions and bell pepper when the meat was cooking? But I didn't do that because I knew I was going to have to drain that grease off, and I'm afraid that if I cook the bell peppers and the onions in that grease, that I'll lose some of the flavor of the bell peppers and onions. So I'm going to put it in now. Y'all, I'm left-handed and it's hard for y'all to see what I'm doing probably. I'm just going to put this stuff in. wonder if I could get y'all over here where you could see what I'm doing. Let me see if I can turn this around and get y'all over here where y'all can look down into this pot and see what I'm doing. What about that? Kind of fixes it where y'all can actually see in the pot. Okay. There we go. Oh, hey, Carla. Y'all, my friend Carla's on here. Carla, you must be off work. Oh, okay. All right, so that's what we got going on there, y'all. Now, you have to beat on your pots and pans. That's very important. It makes your food taste better. It's kind of, it's a family trait, okay? All right, there's that. Now, I want to add a little water. I think I'll just add some water for right here. Add just a little water in there. We're going to crank this back up. Let them vegetables now start tenderizing. We're going to get ready to add our other stuff in, y'all. Just give this a little stir. All right. Let's just put the lid on that. All right, so I'll turn this around where y'all can see the other stuff I'm going to be doing. Okay, I got some cans of stuff I need to open up. Okay, do y'all clean the lids on your cans before you open them up? Buddy, I do. Because these cans of tomatoes and tomato sauce and vegetables, they've all been stored in warehouses. Yeah, Tina says, yeah, sure do. Carla, Tina said hello. It's all been stored in warehouses. Man, you don't know, rats, roaches, you ain't got no idea what may have been in there. So, I clean my cans. Now I want to show my herbs, y'all, that I have grown in my garden and dried. Here they are right here. So I have rosemary, thyme, oregano, and basil. That's what I've got here. Okay. Now, and the reason that I have that is because I don't like the Italian seasoning that you buy in the store. Took me a few years to learn how to just try water in there. Let those vegetables steam, and I'm going to start adding these herbs to it. Okay, so here's my oregano. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it in there, y'all, until it looks right. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Want more oregano and basil than anything else. Okay, so I started out with oregano. Here's my basil. Let me put basil in. I put probably about a tablespoon in there. Oh, that smells wonderful. Do the same thing with the basil, y'all. Okay. Got it. And then let's put a little thyme in there. Don't put less thyme. Maybe a teaspoon, something like that. And then I'm going to put in rosemary. And I chopped some of my rosemary up right here because those rosemary leaves were big. So I wanted them chopped up. Let's see if I can get this apart here. Okay, there we go. Let's see, I've got that chopped up. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. Rosemary in here. Maybe a teaspoon, something like that. Okay. That's where we're at now. Stir it in. And while the vegetables are tenderizing, y'all. We got that going. And I'm going to go ahead to stuff. Let me get my herbs out of the way. Like I said, y'all, there's not a lot of counter space in this little RV. So just have to kind of work around stuff. That's okay. Okay, this is a can of diced tomatoes, and it has basil, garlic, and oregano. Ooh, garlic. I've got to add garlic. I'm glad I saw that. Let me get my garlic. I hope I got some garlic. Let's see. Yes. And I need to put a bay leaf. I hope I got some bay leaves up here. I'm not really sure. There we go. Got it. You have to growl to make it open. Minced garlic. I'm glad I saw that. Thought about that. I love garlic. Okay, here's my garlic. Let me see if I can find some bay leaves here, y'all. Now look at this little handy dandy turntable up here. Double-decker turntable. Like that neat? Carla found that at Walmart. Oh, here's the leaves right here. Carla found that at Walmart and bought one. Brought it here. Okay, 2 bay leaves. Seem to be having okay, let me get something to show it to y'all. Okay, my spaghetti sauce recipe is in my cookbook right here. Okay, South Alabama Cooking. This is the spiral bound. I also have a hardback copy, so you can either one that you want. The spaghetti sauce is in here. If you do my website, which is southalabamacooking.com. Right there on the first page, you'll see all the information of how to order a cookbook. Okay? Also, I have merch on there, and you can look at the merch, see if there's anything you'd like to get, okay? All right, that's that. Let's open up a can of tomato sauce, okay? Tomato sauce in there. All right. And give that a stir, see what that looks like. Okay, so I'm going to add another can of tomato sauce in here. See what this is like. I don't want to add any more to it. There is tomato sauce still in these cans. I'm going to put just again, pour it over into the next can. Swish that around. Pour it over into the next can. Swish that around, and we're going to pour it in the pot. There we go. Got that taken care of. I'm kind of cleaning up behind myself here, y'all. Get this over here to the side. I should have brought my trash can and put it right here. I just didn't think to do it. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and get this other water boiling and get ready to cook the noodles. Okay, there we go. Got that. Now, when this sauce starts bubbling, y'all, it pops out everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, I think that's going to be enough sauce, y'all. I think we're doing good. I'm going to let that. There's beds right behind that curtain, and we use that for storage. Yeah, that's right, Tina. I don't know why it does that, but it's that spaghetti sauce. Some mean stuff. And you have to make sure that the reason I use a spatula for my spaghetti sauce is so that I can scrape the bottom of that pan when I am stirring it, or scrape the bottom of the pot when I'm stirring it, because it'll try to stick. As that sauce cooks and thickens up, it'll try to stick on bottom. But if you got this flat spatula, so you can scrape it and keep it from sticking. So that's what I do different. Okay. Now, I'm going to add just a little bit of oil to my water that I'm going to put my noodles in. Making sure y'all can see. Okay. Just a little splash of oil to my noodles, or to my water for my noodles. All right. Put that up. Now y'all look at here. I found, okay, you butter in your water. Ooh, that probably tastes good. Probably tastes real good. Okay, so look at here. I found these when I was at the store here a few weeks back. It is pot-sized noodles. They're half the length. You know, if you've got a big long package of noodles, you have to break them in half or in thirds. These are already broken in half. So, I thought I would give them a try. All right, I got that ready. There we go. Good start. I got that on there good. All right, there we go. Just, like I said, kind of clean it up. I want it to look like a bomb went off in my kitchen when I'm through cooking. All right, the water is boiling. I'm going to put noodles in there. I'm going to put just a whole lot. Just enough for me and Carla to have a good serving probably. Because I may do some other things with this leftover spaghetti sauce. I got some other recipes I may use that in. Come on out of here. Kind of hard to get them out of here. Just kind of stir them up in there. I'll put a few more. All right. This stuff is rebubbling. Reminds me of the little Booster Band song. Have y'all ever heard this Booster Band song? It's bubbling, it's bubbling, it's bubbling in my soul. I'm singing, I'm happy since Jesus made me whole. Some folks don't understand it. I forgot the words. It's bubbling, 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 bubbling in my soul. How many of y'all ever heard that little Booster Band song? Back on now. Okay, so I want to tell y'all that South Alabama Cooking is on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you will follow me on all those platforms, I would appreciate it. Now on Facebook, it's a follow button or either a like button. And you follow. On YouTube, it is a subscribe button, and you tap that subscribe button, and it's free on YouTube to subscribe, and it's free on Facebook to follow or like. And on TikTok, I think it's a follow button. So if you're on any of the platforms, if you would look me up, and you would follow or subscribe, whichever one it says on there, then I would appreciate that, and that helps me to be successful, all of these platforms. Now, I've got almost 100,000 followers on Facebook, so I have done really well on Facebook. I have concentrated more on Facebook than of any of other platforms. That's where I have been most of the time, is on Facebook. But I am trying to build up a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to build up my TikTok, okay? So if y'all would just look me up, make sure you're following, subscribing, that's going to help South Alabama Cooking to grow and be successful. Thank you, Tina. I sure appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get out those mozzarella cheese sticks. Just try to, I gotta figure out a pan or something for them. Let me think about this. Okay, I store some pans in here. Let's see. Okay, this little cast iron skillet, that ought to work. I'm gonna have this other pan out of here. Just kind of move them out. Let me tell you what my dad would say. He would say when things was going good, moving right along, he'd say, "We just motorboating right along." So that's what we're doing. We just motorboating right along, y'all. I'm gonna light this oven, and every time I use the oven, I have to light it with my little stick lighter, because I don't like to leave the pilot light going. So I just shut my oven down completely every time when I'm through with it, and then I have to relight it. So this is the process. All right, there we go. It is lit. Oh, I may have turned it off. No. Okay, it's on. Good. It's on. All righty, good deal. Okay. I got to keep an eye on these noodles, because I don't like my noodles to get real soft. I like them to be kind of chewy. Thank you, Tina. Thank you so much. All right. Keep my eyes open. I'm just wiping this out here. And I'll put some of these cheese sticks in here. Okay, what does it say? Instructions. Preheat oven to 400 degrees. Okay, we are on 400. That's good. See if I can fit about 3 in here. And 2 are stuck together. We'll trade out. All right, there we go. Got that. Let's do this back up. Throw that in the freezer. We'll head in for another day. What does it say? Baked in 7 to 9 minutes, what it says. We're just going to slide her on in there and let it get cooking. Hey, good looking. Said, let it get to cooking. It reminded me of the song. Hey, good looking. What you got a cooking? How about cooking something good for me? How many of y'all remember that song? That's the song that my daddy used to sing to Mama. Daddy had all these cute little songs that he would sing, and that's one of them. He'd be flirting with Mama, and he'd say that, hey, good looking. That's a good memory for me to remember, my daddy singing to my mama because he loved her, that's his flirting with her and just playing with her, that's a real good memory. All right, y'all. We motorboating right along. I gotta think how I'm going to drain my noodles. Do I have a strainer here? Let me see. Oh yeah, I do. I do. Okay, here we go. This will probably work. Get ready to strain them noodles. We're about to get there, y'all, on the noodles and on the sauce. They're both almost done. Just seeing what y'all saying. Now, the closer your sauce gets to being done, the more careful you got to be. Because the thicker that sauce gets, the easier it's going to be to burn on the bottom. Okay? So it's taking these spaghetti noodles a little while to get, because I bought the regular spaghetti noodles, which are thicker than hair spaghetti. I really like these thin spaghetti or angel hair spaghetti, but they had this, the half size, so I was like, okay, we're just going to go with that. Okay, Tina, it's just us then, I guess. That's all right. Me and you will do it. We'll put it together. Yeah, I don't, for some reason or the other, I don't seem to have a whole lot of people that's getting on the live videos whenever I go live. Not really sure why. I just don't know if that's not real popular, or if people just don't know that I'm doing it yet, that I'm doing these lives on YouTube. So anyway, we're going to do it, Tina. Me and you, we're going to do it. okay, I'm happy. We'll just talk. I don't think I've ever had Tina. There must be a reason for it. If it's me and you on here like this, must be for a reason. You know, they don't, nothing just happen. There's a reason things happen. Yeah, Tina, I am more familiar with Facebook because I've been on it more. So I'm more familiar with Facebook. But I'm trying to learn this YouTube and build up my channel. Okay, I see a friend has hopped on here. Hey, Melody. Hey, girl. Hadn't seen you or talked to you in quite a while, but it's good to see you on here, girl. I'm making homemade spaghetti sauce, and so we're going to have spaghetti, and I have some cheese sticks, mozzarella cheese sticks, cooking in the oven. Melody, you can see that I am in my RV. Okay, these noodles are ready. Melody, you remember when I told you years ago about how to test if your noodles are done? Do you remember that video I done? We'll do it today. I hadn't even thought about it until I saw you on here. Okay, the way you know that if your noodles are done, is you have to get some noodles and walk over to your refrigerator and throw them up against the refrigerator. If they stick to your refrigerator, which they did, your noodles are done. Yeah, Tina, Melody is a longtime friend of mine. We've known each other since we were teenagers. And I think she lives in Georgia. Okay. So, Melody and Tina, my noodles are done. They stuck to the refrigerator. Let me see if I can get them off of here. There we go. I heard that somewhere and I tried it out. Okay, so let me strain my noodles right here. All right, I got all this stuff turned off, y'all. Only thing we got left cooking is the bread. Okay, so I'm just going to pour these back in my pot now that I've got the water drained off of them. Set it back there on my stove. I didn't time when I put that in there, but we'll just keep a check on it. Oh, Tina, you live. Okay, so what I'm going to, will still be a few minutes before those breadsticks are ready. I'm just going to go ahead and dip up some of the spaghetti, show it to you, taste it for you, okay? A few of these noodles out. Spaghetti sauce. I'll bring it over there to the camera, okay? Y'all look at that. That is sure enough good. It ain't good. It's sure enough good. Okay. This is going to be kind of messy for me to eat it. You know, spaghetti's not neat to eat. It's messy. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Would you bless it to my body? Thank you, Lord, for my friends on here today on the live that we've been able to just talk and interact with each other and have a good time. God, I pray you'd bless them. And Lord, we pray these prayers in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, let me let it cool down just a little bit. Melody, you're in Swainsboro. I know where Swainsboro is at. I have been there. I had no idea you were in Swainsboro. And Tina, you're in Sonoa. Is that how you say that? Now, I'm not familiar with that. Melody, I got a friend that lives, I think she lives in Swainsboro, Tammy Hayslip. You may know her, I don't know. She used to go to Savannah Holy Church of God when Brother Butler pastored, like back in the 70s and 80s. That'll make you want to sing and dance, y'all. In this sauce, it don't need salt. The tomato sauce and the canned tomatoes, that's all got salt in it. So it don't need any salt in it. That is just really, really good, y'all. Okay, I think I hear Carla coming up. Let me check these breadsticks again. I'm going to flip them over because they're getting done on the bottom, but the top's not getting brown. And this little RV oven, it doesn't brown stuff on the top real good. So just flipping it over, let them cook a little on that side, and they'll be done. Okay? Thank y'all so much for being on here with me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tina. You hung in there through the whole thing. Thank you, Melody, for hopping on, letting me know you was on here. All right. I love y'all, everybody. I'll see y'all next time with something really good.